Hey pirates, how's everyone? It's Ren here. Just before the last raid of the Gladius, the siege cycle, I wanted to do a quick build review on the Gladius, make sure people have their ships tip-top ready for the final raid. This is what I'm running for all my ships. As you can see, I have this one here almost done upgrading to X1. It's going to be done on time before the raid, and that's going to give me 4 ships at X1 and 1 at U3. I didn't use any coins to get there. I used the tokens from the 3 Sword of Legion TLCs and the 1 token we got free from Pillage and a few other tokens offered in events here and there. There will be, I think, a couple more this raid. So if you have something that's about 2 days to go, you can get that token, those 2 tokens, and finalize upgrading. So what I'm running, it's the limited Capulus cannon. You could be running the Pharaoh cannon as well, the regular blueprint. It's at about 10% less damage you get from that one, 10-15%. I have the limited weapon here, the heavy railgun. And 1 of each armor. I know a lot of people are running 2 ballistics. I think I'm fine with 1 of each. It's no big deal because we're talking about 12,800 deflection when X1 gives them a lot more, 51,000 on top of the 26,000. So this actually plays a small role, honestly, your armor choice here. In terms of specials, I'm using the Stone Cold Speed Engine. If you had the one before, the V42, again, the speed bonus, evade bonus is the same. You're only losing 3,200 survival, not much. And in the big scheme of things, it barely results in 1 or 2 minutes difference in the repair. The Mass Moment Stabilizer, one of the new specials. Ballistic Battery 2, another new special, it's in there. Good old high velocity rounds, the HVR. Great projectile speed, ballistic and building damage. Then I'm going with the welded barrel system for extra critical chance and damage. Also the combat speed, very important. I know some people were running Hyper 30 instead, but I like using the welded barrel system. And then finally the fast feed magazine for projectile speed. Reload is the key statistic here, and the critical chance. So when you add things up, you have a very good chance, 45% of a critical hit, and the ballistic and building damage very high. So this is the setup. For all ships, I'm running the same thing on all ships. I know some people are taking out the fast feed magazine from the flagship only and putting either guidance scrambler or agility system. So it gives you a very high evade, which helps against the launcher. I'd rather run them all like this and just use the Sea Serpent crew on the targets. It seems to be good enough at this point. The key about these ships is that it doesn't matter if you have the limited gun cannon or the regular cannon. The difference here, in the end, everything becomes negligible once you get it to X1 and you get this radioactive weapon here built in at X1. The fire lance cannon, because it does 20 million, just this one cannon does 20 million radioactive damage versus your whole ship doing 12 million, right? And my assumption is that this 20 million is also buffed by the building damage, just as the regular ship damage is buffed by the building damage. So that single X1 weapon does more damage than your entire ship. So it's really, don't worry about having the limited cannon and whatnot. So that's my setup. As I mentioned, I'm running 4 X1 ships. The flagship is X1. Other 2, and the one that's going to be done in 3 hours, 2 hours. And then I have this one at U3, and I won't have time to get it done to X1 before the raid. I'll do it eventually, just so we have a top ship. I'm going to get the code, the build code for this ship, and put in the video description. So if you just want to copy that, get the code from there. You know how to do it, right? Go on the shipyard, and on the share screen here, you can just paste or copy. I mean, if you copy it from YouTube, just click here and paste, Control V. and then load. And that gives you the code for the ship. All right. So I'm going to get this done, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a good raid.